Okay, y'all, I have no idea what happened, but sometimes these things happen during live events, live shows, but we are back. Um, and Dr. J will be right back with us. I'm I am so sorry. I have no idea what happened, and I'm very upset here. But that's okay. We're gonna keep things rolling. We're gonna keep things going. Dr. J will be back with us momentarily. But in the meantime, while we're waiting for, oh, there she is, Dr. J. I have no idea what happened. All I know is it said the live stream ended, and next thing you know, we were kicked out the room.
Hey, that's how it is with technology. We
I
good.
know, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. But we are back. So thank you once again for your patience and jumping back in there. But you were just talking about your speaking journey and how God had basically commissioned you to write this book, and you didn't think you were ready to write the book.
No, no, because I I always thought that my purpose was in what I did, and I talked about that before. So writing was not that was not it. I mean, I could write and I love to write, but that was just not what I thought my purpose would entail.
Right.
And so when I had to retire, I found myself stuck in a spot of what do I do now, because I've been in education for 30 years as a teacher, coach, administrator. So now what? And I went through a journey of actually trying to re-identify my uniqueness, my purpose, my passion. And during this time, I started, they gave me retirement parties and stuff, and I kept hearing people talk about the impact I made on them. And
Mm,
sometimes you don't know you're making an impact on others as you go through your daily life.
that's
And
right.
what I found out was that yes, I'm a leader, but people were telling me how encouraging I was, how I motivated them, not realizing that that was happening.
Mm,
And I began in my quiet time as I started to listen to God, start to see patterns where people were saying that. And then that's when I realized, okay, my job was not my purpose.
mhm.
It was just an avenue that
Yes.
God used. But my purpose is what I call in the book my I am statements that I take people through, is that for me, I'm a leader that encourages and motivates. And even though there are several leaders, you're a leader. You know, you have friends around you that are leaders, but you all have a different uniqueness. You might have the same talent, you might have the same skill,
Yes.
but even twins, even siblings, there's a uniqueness about them, even though they're doing the same thing sometimes.
Absolutely.
And so that's where all of this started. So I began to rewrite and share my experiences and some of the steps that I went through on my journey. And then I just added some activities and some different call to actions. And the call to actions are like, as you know, with research, it takes at a minimum 21 days
Yes.
consistently, not one day here, 3 days here, but consistently to change a habit. And I tell people the thing that we can have positiveness all around us. I can say, Dr. Rhonda, you're doing an awesome job. Dr. Rhonda, you got this. But listen, we can have everybody's, but we listen to that small, quiet voice
Mm-hmm.
at night that is our own self negativity
Yes.
saying to us, no, you're not. You
Yep.
don't belong there. Why are you trying to perpetrate like you have all this? And these people have written several books. These people have this education, these letters behind their name, this experience, and you're just starting out. But that's where we have to retrain our brains. And the I am statement is something that we have to keep saying. I am enough. When I walk in this room, in this boardroom, I'm enough just like they are. I'm here because I deserve to be here.
Mm-hmm.
And so those are the things that the book takes people through. And it's not a read and put it on a shelf. I have to go back to it. I have to go back to some of the activities that I've done and look at them on where I am now, because they call it that imposter syndrome.
Right.
Will creep up in you.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the point where we have to stop, reflect back. And I tell the kids, I said, no matter what you're going to, always know that you are enough. And I even had to break it down with that, because I can say I'm enough. I can say it, sing it, yell it, step it, everything. But I'm just saying it. I have to be specific to what I am feeling right
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and that's where, when we talk about I'm enough, I'm talking about I am beautiful, I am important, I am strong, I'm intelligent, I'm dependable. All of these attributes that we have to tell ourselves.
Yes. Yes.
And so that's what the book uh takes us through. And I'm sorry if I'm talking.
No, no, you're answering the questions I would have asked you anyway, so I'm just letting you roll with it. No, but as you're talking, um, the thought that continues to pop into my mind is our gift will make room for us. And I also think about when God commissions us to do things. And there are so many examples in the Bible. I mean, if you look at Moses, you look at Abraham, and you look at so many other people where God told them to do something and they didn't know how they were going to get it done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But God gave them the tools that they needed to
Right.
make it happen. He gave them the people that they needed to make it happen.
Right.
And as I'm listening to you, you didn't think that you were equipped to do this, but all of these things just continued to be put into your path so you could accomplish everything that God told you to accomplish.
Right. Right. And with the book, there are four major chapters. It starts off with Pathway Forward, talking about being stuck, having ideas, thinking about when you were young, all the dreams you had, all the everything you wanted to do, and then life hit, and then now you're just stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And so now it's a situation where now you begin to identify your uniqueness, identify what your attributes are, what people say about you, your skills, your talents, and then that I am enough. So, like I said, depending on where you are in your season,
Mm-hmm.
uh, you, I might have to today. I'm not like, you know what? I just feel like I'm a hamster on a wheel. I'm not understanding, I'm not moving. And so then you might pick up Pathway Forward chapter and go through some exercises with that. So
Speaking of Pathway Forward, I'm going to put your link in the chat. I think I did it during the last video, but since social media wouldn't let me be great, I'm going to go ahead and put it back in here. There we go. It's right here on the screen.
all right.
Yeah, now we have a few people watching us on Instagram as well. So I'm going to go ahead and share the link there as
Okay. All right.
well. Uh-oh. Okay, so we're just going to keep on going. See, social media is just treating me so bad tonight. I don't
That's
know
all right.
what's going on. Well, it seems to be there, so we're going to be good because I have it on the screen.
Okay. All right.
So are you still speaking to the schools?
I am not on a regular basis. I'm just coming in and we actually I'll be in the New York area in February, and so with another organization, so I'll be speaking with some of the students there. And so anytime that I speak to people, I bring in these principles, so it's kind of a foundation that that I use, because it's just my story, sharing, my testimony.
Wow. And so how old are the kids that you normally talk to? Are these high school age?
Um, it can vary. I've talked to middle school, seventh and eighth graders, high school, adults. I did a session with a group of ladies, I'd say in their like 60s, 70s. So because it can hit any area, because with them I talked about the chapter decisions, the crossroads, decisions, because when you know your purpose and you actively walk, it affects every decision, conscious and
Yeah,
unconscious, that you make. And
that's
some, yeah, because if I know that what my purpose is, and if I know I have to make a decision, how does that line up with my purpose? Am I going sideways and nothing that I'm doing? If I can't reflect, when you're actively walking, you should be able to reflect at the end of the day. And of those three things, that your I am statements, you should see where you've affected or impacted somebody some way with that.
and that's a scary thought because we can repeat an I am statement, but if we don't believe it,
Mhm.
and if we're not giving ourselves proof that that I am is true, then we're
Right.
just saying words.
That's right. That's right. Right. And even now, 2.5 months ago, um, I dealt with another health issue. And it was to the point I was like, okay, Lord, can I'll listen, but do we have to go in the hospital for me to listen? I promise I'll listen to you. It was at that point, I was like, okay, Lord, what? I'm listening.
It sounds like a little kid. I promise I'll be good.
I don't need to go in the hospital for this. But he brought something to me, and it was, it's easy to walk in your purpose when things are hunky dory.
Right, right. It's hard
But
to walk in your purpose when things are going wrong.
exactly. And so he's showing me that even though you go through adversity, you still can actively walk in your purpose.
Amen. Amen. See, you might have come, you might have been on the show tonight because I needed to hear you. That's what happened. Oh, and Dr. J, I really appreciate you coming on the show tonight. Thank you for sharing. What do you have coming up next?
Um, I'll be at a vendor fair in February. Actually, February the 10th, I'll be at the Her Empower conference in DeSoto, Texas, and I'll be there. And then after that, I'll be in New York, speaking with some kids for career insights forum. And then on the 24th, because I really would have liked to go to the to the Ivory event, but I'll be in San Antonio at a book festival.
Yeah, I noticed that when I was looking over your information. I was like, she's not gonna be able to join us on the 24th.
Yeah, I wanted to. I really did, and I'm still kind of iffy on that.
See, well, if it doesn't work out, we would love to have you here in the DC area.
I'm trying to actually see if I can make that adjustment.
Okay, okay, just let me know. I'll be happy to have you.
Okay, I definitely will. I'll be contacting you. Yeah.
Well, once again, thank you for being on the show tonight. Thank you for being so flexible. I don't know what happened in the middle of our interview, but you know what? They were here for the good part.
Right, right. Well, again, I appreciate everything. I appreciate you offering this and opportunity.
Well, I appreciate you being here. If you ever want to come back, just say the word.
I got you. I got you. So I'll be contacting you really to see if talk with my team, see if I can actually uh change some things around possibly.
Oh, okay, that would be awesome. Well, Caleb Barnett said you're the truth. I don't
I,
know if you know
I, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm just gonna say it like that.
that. Well, you have a wonderful evening. It was really good talking with you, and God bless you and all that you do.
All right, then. You take care. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye.
All right, so y'all, that was Dr. J. Thank you all for being so flexible. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty, but we came back, and I thank you all for coming right back with us. Don't forget about the Black History Month Literary Weekend. If you haven't heard the events, I'll show you. There's so much going on. I mean, there's some free events, there is a paid event, but altogether, the Black History Month Literary Weekend is something that everybody needs to experience. So, just real quick before we log off, just want to give you an idea of what's going on. So, on Thursday is the Coffee with an Author event. This is a free event. It will be at PJ's Coffee House in Bowie, Maryland. Just come on in, grab yourself a cup of coffee, sit down and talk with the authors, maybe even purchase a book. But this is a free admission event, so we love to see you there. And then on Friday, we are going over to Barnes and Noble, and we'll have a Meet the Authors event, where you'll get to hear from the authors, and then we're going to disperse them throughout the bookstore, where you can get your signed copies of their books. We had such a great time when we did this last year, and we would love to have it even bigger, and we hope you can be there for that. But then the main event is Saturday, the Ivory and Cream Affair Literary Jazz Brunch is going. Our MC is going to be Nerd the Poet. You saw Alfred Tumblin, who's going to be our special guest fashion designer, who's going to give us a special fashion show. We're going to have special guests Marita Golden and Tiffany Warren. We're going to have 10 featured authors. We're doing book donations throughout the entire weekend. If you purchase a kid's book or a young adult book, you can bring it in, drop it off, and all of the books will be donated to Books Breaking Borders. We're going to have a silent auction. And next week I'll tell you about all the things that we're going to be auctioning off. There's going to be some amazing pieces that we're auctioning off. We're going to be doing our essay contest for our 8th and ninth graders. The 8th and ninth grade essay contest is going on now. The deadline is February 2nd. Our 8th and ninth graders who participate, the winner from each grade will get a cash prize, and they will also be able to read their essay at the brunch. If you are not in the DC area, it is okay. You can still be a part of this event. What we'll do is we're going to Zoom you in so you can read your essay at the brunch. So we want you guys to take part in that. All you have to do is go to the Meet the World Image Solutions website, and I will put that in the chat. If you want to download the application so you can have your 8th or ninth grader be a part of this contest, I'm telling you, you definitely want them to be a part of this contest. So I wasn't ready for that yet. I am putting the link to the website in the chat. So anybody who would like to participate, just go to the link. You can download the application and you can have your 8th or 9th grader be a part of this contest and get this cash prize. So that is all we have for tonight. If you have questions on anything, just hit me up on the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn pages, and I will get you more information about the contest and all of the events that we will be having throughout the weekend. And don't forget, if you order your tickets tonight, like Tammy did, she ordered her tickets tonight and she got a 20% discount. So order your tickets tonight and get that 20% discount. The link is in the well, it was in the chat until we had the little problem, but now the link is in the chat again. So the link is in the chat, and you can click on there and get your tickets. And the discount code to get the 20% discount just for tonight is Horizons. And that is also in the chat. So that's all we have for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Don't forget to join me tomorrow night for Black Authors Matter TV, which will be on the National Black Book Festival Facebook page. And don't forget to join me next week where we will meet 2 more authors who will be a part of the Black History Month Literary Weekend. So that's all we have for tonight. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for supporting the show. And thank you for helping me to make this show grow and soar and to continue to support our independent authors. So that's all we have for tonight. I'll see you next week.